Gag.
As if.
Yeah, instead of doing our fucking workout routine today, I've got a broken finger and I ate a Starburst.
Okay. Tone it down just a bit. Hello, guys. Welcome back. I have this ice pack on my finger. I'm not sure what's happening to it right now, but I think it's going to need to be amputated.
It's not going to have to be amputated. I'm going to do everything I can to save it first.
What would you do if I lost this finger?
Cry a lot?
Okay, but like there's two other really good ones in the bunch.
Well, you have another hand too.
Yeah,
but...
I mean dominant hand, but yeah, I'm ambidextrous for sure. When it comes to the bedroom, I am very ambidextrous. Anyways, moving right along.
I'm home.
You were gone for
the entire weekend.
Yeah, well, Thursday night all the way
more
through.
like an eternity, though.
Yeah, that was.
It felt like a long trip, and it was the shortest one I may have ever taken thus far.
And you know what's funny is that when we used to do these trips, we used to also do our trips from Thursday through Sunday, and they felt so short.
Yeah.
They were so
like
short.
You're almost robbed of the weekend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, though. I got to see my little guys.
They were so excited. We got a bunch of, we like printed off all of these pictures from the summer.
It was like 47 pictures, I think, is what you printed.
Something like that, yeah. And you got a little...
I got a photo album. They put them all in there. And they were so excited about it.
I love that we're like making sure they remember like the spots for
and the best part was that like every photo we'd put in there, they would talk about what it was that we did. Like we went over the memory from the photo, which was cool because I didn't print them. You did. You chose all of them.
I know. It was hard too. There were so many that I wanted to pick, and I was like, okay.
Because if you don't know, Kirby's a really good photographer.
Am I?
Yeah. I've told you this.
I have a million,
especially of people.
I have too many photos on my phone, and I never print them. So it was exciting, and it's pretty damn easy these days to print them.
It's quick.
Yeah. So I feel like with you being gone, we had some realizations.
Yeah.
About...
I mean, it's not anything that we didn't know. It was just, how did I word it? Solidified.
Yeah.
I had moments of solidification.
Of just like, are we cut out for long distance? Do we think, knowing what we know now, we're cut out for a long distance? Like if this turned back into long distance, if this was still long distance?
That's the question, though. Like if it had to be long distance for just like a short amount of time,
it'd be extremely hard. We have reached the point of like, we're basically,
so
we're super attached. And so there were just a lot of moments where I was like unsure what to do with my time.
Yeah, moments where it's like, if you were together, it would have been like, your weekend would have been like filled with fun, and instead it was just like, I don't know. There were moments like throughout the entire weekend, there were so many moments that I was just like, I feel so alone, like in everything that I'm doing, whether I'm having fun or not. It was like I half of me was gone.
I feel like I didn't talk as much or laugh as much.
Yeah. And my ears hurt from wearing fucking AirPods again.
Oh my God. Tell me about it. I can't get with it. Like we sleep on the phone. Like when we're not together, we sleep on the phone. Yeah. And for the most part, from evening until bedtime, we're like in each other's AirPod. And yeah, that was doing some serious damage to my ear.
It's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I could accidentally lose those and not like be really upset. I
lost them a few times where I was like, wait a second, I'm not used to carrying these things around. But before it was like, that was my life support, like an AirPod.
Yeah, it was just a feeling of disconnect, I think, for me, for the most part. Like, not that there was even anything wrong necessarily. It was just the distances felt like as soon as I'm on the plane, it was instant.
I will say one of the things I picked up on instantly was my level of anxiety and just feeling
out of control.
Like, yeah, I felt like I guess I didn't understand while we were in it with the long distance relationship. We were just in such a like flight or fight mode where
all the time,
that was the norm. And now that we've been living together for the last couple months, it's very calm and simple is the best way to describe it. It's just very simple and just chill. Mm-hmm. And You going back to Colorado spiked those feelings again. And I was like, holy shit, I understand why my TMJ was so bad for the last year. I understand that. And I'm not like blaming you for it. I'm just saying, like, I was very tense and clenching, probably. I white knuckle when I drive. I'm already a very tense person.
Yeah.
So having you gone for the weekend just made me realize how much calmer I am when I'm with you, how well I'm able to sleep through the night. Like typically,
I
if
feel like
we're
for me, explaining living with you is like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm happy and I'm okay with doing it. And then, like, when I'm not with you, it's the opposite. Like, the easiest thing feels like really hard to do. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Like, it could be the hardest thing ever. And when I'm here with you, I'm like, oh, that's fine. Like, we got this. But then if I'm by
because we're a
myself, it's like,
team.
that should be so simple to want to do. And instead, like eating. But
Yeah.
I don't eat. I
You
don't
don't
eat when
eat.
I'm not
You
with
do
you.
not eat when you're
It's
and
awful.
I don't eat as I mean like because my kids don't eat the
You
same
ate
as
like
me.
shit over the
So
weekend. We
like
both did.
I didn't eat like shit. I just didn't eat my typical like I
Consistency?
didn't cook in the kitchen for joy. Like I cooked to like hurry up and eat something and move past it because I
Mm-hmm.
knew like okay, I'm going to pass out if I don't eat soon. But
Yeah.
I think Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I did not eat anything until
It
probably
was like
like 2
4. I thought it
o'clock in
was
the
like four
afternoon or
o'clock. Yeah.
something.
It was
Yeah.
pretty late.
It was. And typically we eat several meals a day.
Yeah. And healthy meals at that. And my stomach knew it last night too. I felt sick.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot of like self-care and just like feeling safe and secure. I typically stay up really late if I don't
I
have
feel like
you.
if you're listening and you're in a long distance relationship, you're probably really upset right now. Like,
Uh,
let us tell you all the things that suck.
well, it's just for us, it's just realizing those things that like we were really used to. We
Mm-hmm.
were really used
It
to
had become the
not
norm.
not eating healthy or
Yeah.
not getting proper sleep. We would wake up in the middle of the night and sometimes wake up each other or be on
Yeah.
our phone messaging each other. All of the things, just a lot of interrupted sleep, not eating right, and the anxiety or angst of like not being together and hoping that the person, when I know that you're stressed out or you have a situation
We feel each
happening,
other's
yeah,
feelings.
we feel it.
I think you
And
told me that before I even made it to the airport. You texted me and you were like, "Are you crying?" And I was like, "I'm okay." And you said, "I didn't ask if you were okay."
yeah, I knew you were
And I was
crying.
like, "Yeah, I might have cried, okay?" But
I
at the back of my mind, I was like, "How do they even fucking know that?"
yeah, because I can feel it. I can feel it. And
We're the same person.
when you have anxiety, like I feel it in my stomach with you. Like I feel it.
Yikes. I'm sorry.
So yeah, it was a long weekend, and I thought for sure that I would stay awake until you got home because it wasn't even that late.
Y'all,
Okay. Let me claim my fucking piece right quick. So when I know you're going to be home, when I know we're going to sleep together, there is a level of security and comfort and just happy, safe feeling.
yeah.
And I can just like take a deep breath and relax. And I knew you were like a half an hour, 25 minutes away, and
You got so quiet.
I fell asleep.
I
You
was like,
were
"Should we hang up because I can tell you to go to sleep?"
okay, confession. You were kind of chatting it up on the phone and I was more on the other side being like, "Oh,
Like
wow."
literally snoring in
No,
between.
yeah, a little bit. Like I would just be like, "Wow, neat."
Yeah, which
Like
usually it's the opposite. Usually Kirby's the more chatty one, but
I was falling asleep. I was tired. I did a lot this weekend with kids.
yeah.
Holding down the fort and I was
But you
tired.
left the light on for me, unlocked the door, and I came in the back way, and it
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah,
Walked right into our room and fell asleep with the quickness,
yeah, and
and slept like a rock.
I did too. I was like, this
Yeah.
is what I was missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then just rolling into the day, it was yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm happy to be home. It was a good visit with the kiddos, but I'm very happy to be back. And all of the sports to hit us like a brick wall here in a second.
Oh, the sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of our kids are doing sports, and I've confessed to Em that I'm a little bit of a sociopath here when it comes
You
to
just like getting your kids involved in things. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But people should know we've got baseball, football, basketball, karate,
Soccer.
Music, soccer, all covered.
Yeah.
All the bases are covered.
All the bases are covered. I don't know. I personally, for me, like, I like my kids. I felt like when my kids are home and they're bored, they piss me off.
Or they get in trouble.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
find
They get in
themselves in
trouble
trouble.
and AKA piss me off. So with my boys, with my older boys, it was always just like, you need something.
Get involved.
I
Go
don't
keep
care what
yourself
it is,
busy.
but you're going to get involved.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that's great for kids or adults.
I think it's great. I told you earlier, I'm glad you're like that, because I was never good at that.
Yeah, and you're realizing quickly that Wisconsin is all about like getting the kids
At least,
signed
like,
up for sports, camp, all of the things.
Right. I think it's more so like small town.
Yeah.
Small towns seem to be really big on like community in general.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I
lived in Denver and then the Springs basically. So like I was never really a small town.
Yeah, it's probably harder
resident.
to just to know where to get involved. But here, I mean, it was funny because yesterday Maddox was like, I saw my football coach at St. Vinny's. And I was like, you should get really used to like running into classmates, teachers, sports, like coach, all of that,
And
because it is a small town. You run it, like, you go to the Pig down the street to do your grocery shopping and you run into people.
You've run into people that you worked with too.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. I feel like every single coach or teacher or coworker I've met too is just like really, really nice and welcoming.
It's called Midwest
hospitality.
Like, well,
some hospitality.
It's very much, but like, it's like Midwest nice. Like, there is a thing about like Midwest people being like extremely nice, always greeting you, saying hello, and yeah, it's a Midwestern vibe.
Yeah.
It's not like California where they're just like going to stomp over you to get in line somewhere.
Well, that's how Colorado is too.
Yeah.
It's very fast-paced and chaotic. And every time someone has asked me the biggest difference, that's what I say. Small town feels so calm and like I can breathe.
I think I sent you a TikTok the other day where it was like, I don't know where the person was, but they were in this big open field and it was just talking about how much they could just like breathe and just feel one and not like overwhelmed and all of the anxiety feelings. And I had expressed a while back that sometimes when I go to Colorado, I feel really closed in because it's like the mountains are really beautiful to me, but like it's closed in by traffic and just a lot of chaos and construction and dust and desert.
Overpopulation
and
too, just in general.
It would feel every time like I had a level of anxiety that was different. And when I am in Wisconsin and it's like open fields and it's so green and beautiful and you can look out and see like super far into it, that feels really good to me.
Yeah, I think one takeaway that I have from my relocation is that like if you are someone who hasn't traveled and you don't know if you love the place that you're in, like I so strongly suggest doing it. I would have never known that I didn't like Colorado as much as I do had I not like explored it here. I would have just thought like, this is beautiful. Everybody says Colorado is so beautiful with the mountains, and it is, don't get me wrong, but like just explore.
I will say, if I go to Colorado, honestly, like I want it to be to snowboard.
Yeah, to the mountains. And that's what I told my mom over the weekend, was that Colorado is a tourist state. It's somewhere to visit, go on vacation, but living there is not all it's
because you don't get to do the fun things anymore. You sit in the traffic,
and it's extremely high cost of living.
Very high.
So,
yeah. Well, I'm glad you're back in Wisconsin, and today starts the fitness challenge that you're about to put me through. So let's talk about that and like, what does that mean for other people? But right now, most importantly, what the fuck does it mean for me? Because I don't know what I signed up for.
Well, you haven't signed anything yet.
Do I have to sign a waiver?
Yeah, probs.
Really? Like just a consent? Can I sign a consent form?
I can't guarantee that I'm not gonna do damage.
No, it's okay. Damage is welcome.
I came back with a meal plan-ish, kind of, that I worked on with my mom, and it's going to have to be a little altered, but yeah, we're going to change our diet. We'll have one cheat day and one cheat day only. I feel like we have a
really good diet.
We do. Our weakness is late night snacking. I was never a late night snacker, and I blame you.
Well, it's Grey's Anatomy and Cozy Time, and
And
like
chocolate chip
we okay,
cookies.
but there are so many kids in the house. We have to hide like little rodents in our room and like eat our snacks.
We don't only hide in our room and eat our snacks. We hide snacks in our room.
Yeah,
to eat.
we have to.
We do.
They went through like 40 Rice Krispie
Oh my
treats
god, who
in
does
like a
that?
week and it was like, this is for school lunches. Do you think that like stock? Never.
Yeah, no.
You have to, we're realizing that like we have to get creative with where we hide the snacks and what we pull out for the snacks, because it's just a whole thing. Anyways, we do like snacks.
We do like late night
And
snacks.
we can't eat them during the day. Well, I mean, we could right now because they're not here, but when they're here, like we're not eating snacks in front of them because they would just like try to own them right away.
So instead, if you're anybody that knows anything about like diet and exercise, late night snacking is one of the worst things you can do.
I think for me, the hardest thing is going to be late night snacking, potato chips, and I will admit, this weekend at almost midnight, I decided to make some French fries.
You sure did.
And I ate those in bed.
Are you really doing
I
that?
ate French fries in bed with a bowl of ketchup. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna have to go, but I'm really excited for it, and I think we'll both feel a lot better. And then it'll be, yeah, just a workout every morning. You know, the biggest struggle that I think I'm gonna have is waking up at 4:30.
Is that the plan?
Fuck yeah!
I did not commit to that.
I mean, you don't have to wake up that early.
No, I think I do.
You have to be up by 5.
So you're gonna do your
100%.
workout first, and then I'm gonna do mine.
No, I figured we'd do it together.
Okay, I'll get up.
Yeah.
I just need to know. I need an alarm.
I'll lay out a schedule.
You said I'll lay out, and I just was like, perfect in my mind.
I'll watch you work out, and I'll lay out.
Perfect.
It'll be good, and I think it's like another one of those milestones of something that we haven't done together that I'm really excited to do together.
Are we gonna do like a proper like weigh in and like some goals and like what I'm trying to get to?
That form that I created has like the measurements, so we'll take all of our measurements.
So okay.
I don't like going based off of weight. I think weight is too fluctuating and tricky, and people get obsessive with the scale. And so
my weight fluctuates.
It should all be based around how you feel, how your clothes are fitting, how confident you are in the moment. And
do we take into consideration like baggy mask lesbian attire? So like my clothes are baggy.
But clothes that you've had for years, are they still fitting you the same way?
Like right now?
Or have you... Yeah, like can you wear a pair of pants
you
wore last year?
I feel like I feel like
gone up 2 sizes. Like that's what I mean by, are your clothes fitting the way that you like them to fit? And
why are you looking at me like that? Your eyes are sparkling.
Are they?
Yeah.
I have like when women have like a pregnancy glow, I just have like a Kirby glow. I think people have told me that before.
Really?
No, but I wish someone would.
No, you do. You're sparkling and you're glowing a little bit. Let me see. I see it. I definitely, I just looked at the camera and it's not just me. I'm seeing it from both angles.
It's going to be good. It's going to be about an hour of working out a day. That's it. And it only will take a couple weeks, and it'll be such a routine. It'll be part of our day every day.
So like how many days a week are we doing this?
6.
I'm just breathing. That's literally all I did was take a breath.
I can't wait to update you guys next week.
I better be able to walk.
You'll be able to walk.
Okay.
I'm not going to hurt you.
I mean...
But no pain, no gain. Just remember that.
Shit. Okay.
If you want to be yoked.
So then like, what's the plan? Like after we're going to document this whole thing. I'm allowing you to share this as much as you want with
Will you allow me to share pictures?
Everything. You can share every moment.
Yeah.
I want everybody that maybe is possibly interested in doing some type of course like this with Ember. I want people to be able to see kind of like a great example of like what I'm going to do, which if you know me, I don't work out. No, I don't, and I don't enjoy it.
But you've always shown a little bit of a desire, which is what I hated working out. I don't think many people know that about me because I didn't really talk about it on social media until I started working out. But my mom was a personal trainer for like 25 years, and all I ever knew was the gym. I went to the fucking kids club at the gym every day, and my mom was obsessed with working out. And so I always kind of had like a resentment towards it or something. I don't know. I was like, ick, I don't want to do that. And then allowed myself to spiral way out of control. and had to, or else it was surgery, and learned really quickly I actually love it. So
I
you might
hear that.
find that you like
I
it.
that is like a very common thread of like people who don't like working out, they enjoy it. And I feel like my entire life I'm like, I can't wait to be that person. But like the problem is I never get the motivation to start to be that person. It's just in the back of my head like I could be that and I can't wait to be that, but I'm not doing anything about it. But what I can do is I'm really good at taking instructions and sticking to it. So if you tell me what to do, and that's why you're getting like so into this right now.
I am.
If I was going to the gym and taking some type of aerobics, kickboxing, something, I would excel and I would do great and I would be really into it and I would get extremely fit and I wouldn't even be thinking about it as getting fit. I would just enjoy the movement
Right.
and being active. I like that part of it. I just need that encouragement and somebody
You need
to
accountability.
yeah, and I need somebody to tell me like, "No, you're gonna do it this way, and you're gonna do it for this long, and you're gonna eat this." I will sign up for that.
I am that person.
Yeah, I will sign
I
up
am
for that
that
with the
person. I
quickness.
just want everyone to
So
know.
I'm allowing you right here. This is my waiver saying like I'm signing a release form for you to share, whether it's on Patreon or Instagram.
That's where it's going to be mostly. So if you are interested or anything like that, that's where, once I have everything finalized, Kirby is my
guinea pig.
It'll be a couple weeks and then we should be ready to roll.
Okay.
Once I can show the progress, once I can
yeah, you should take some like before
pictures
and like document like to see if
Mhm.
I do want to get cut. I'm going to be turning 44 in December, so before the
The
end
thing
of the
about Kirby
year.
is that when you set your mind to something, you don't stop. It just has to be something that you want bad enough to do it. But I've watched you do it countless times since I met you. So
Do what? Just
set your mind to something and do it, even if it's hard.
yeah,
Decide that you want
it's
something
just
and not
never
stop till you get it.
never been really in a form of like exercise.
I think having me here now and knowing I'm going down there and working out, you won't not go with me.
That's true.
There's no way. Unless you had a legitimate like reason for not being able to. We do everything together. So if I'm going down there every morning, I don't see you being like, all right.
Sayonara. I might, but
like,
no, I won't. I won't
it.
because you're going to be like, let's go.
I know. Get up.
The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Go on one. I did watch. I didn't send it to you because I was like, if I send it to you, you're gonna get ideas in your head. But I did watch this video of this woman doing some base jumping, and holy balls, that looks scary. I'm so afraid of heights that I don't think I could do any kind of jumping. I'm so afraid of heights that I don't even like flying kites because it gets up really high and I'm like, oh my God, that's scary.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
If there's a flight kind phobia?
Yeah. Yeah. Fear of flying kites. Like I can do it for a while, but then I'm always like, oh God, it's gonna get out of control. Like it's like a control thing. I don't know why. So I'm watching this woman do this base jump and she's getting closer to the edge and he's coaching her, guiding her, giving her all of the confidence that she needs to be able to do this, and she's like inching to the edge and she takes a couple more steps and you can just like she's just like holy shit. And I'm like putting myself in her shoes thinking, what would I do in that situation? Because he said you're going to count from 5 down to 1, and on 1, when you say 1, you jump. And so like my adrenaline's going and I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna 5, 4, 3, 2, jump. And like she was so like.
But what happened after she jumped? What was the first thing you think she felt? Because you can see it in all of those
She
videos.
was just like on a high that like probably
the adrenaline and happiness in that moment was like so worth all of the anxiety.
And honestly, like I don't know too much about like bungee jumping, base jumping, and then the difference in this, but it didn't seem like it was that far of a drop. Like when they pulled that parachute, it didn't seem like it took them that long to get to the ground.
Yeah, it's just that initial like stomach in your throat feeling after you jump. I did that swing and it was very similar. Granted, I didn't have to jump off of anything, but they
you had to
bring
rip
you
the
all
cord
the way up.
Yeah.
And you had to rip your own cord. So you're up there. You don't have a choice at that point. And
I've done that before.
They give you I've done the rip cord.
I did it when I was like maybe 20 years old.
I'm
and
proud of
with
you.
my brother. And
At the same place?
no, this was Cedar Point in Ohio, but they had like a whole ripcord thing. It pulls you up, and we were up in that little hammock looking thing that's holding you, and he was having a ball with it, and I was like, rip the cord right now. I can't be up here another minute. Like,
Yeah.
I was ready
I
to
did it
take the
with my
jump.
son, and so I had to rip the cord. Had there been somebody else maybe braver than me, I might have let them do it, but he wasn't an adult, so an adult had to do it.
So
And it was not easy to pull either.
my comparison with the base jumping and like working out and counting down and all of the things, while watching that video, I was like, I think the hardest part for me would be those couple of steps getting closer to the edge. I think I could mentally say to my brain, you're going to jump at one and do it and be fine. I think the hardest part is those steps that get you there. So similar to working out, I want that. I want that feeling. I want that obsession and addiction to feeling fit, feeling your muscles tighter, sore, like all of the things that you hear people say when they're working out. I just need to get the courage to just take the steps close enough to say 4:30 in the morning comes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My feet are on the ground and I'm making my way downstairs to work out. And I think if I continue to be able to do that, then I will be in it. Like I'll be
I like the way that you use those two things as a comparison.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna wake you up every morning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up.
I can do
Let's
it.
go.
I'm quick on my feet like that.
You are. I think you're gonna be just fine.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Good.
But I want you to call me coach every once in a while, okay?
Seriously?
I'm dead.
Coach?
No, I'm just kidding.
What's a like gym rat name? Like, let's give each other gym rat names so we're like in like a different mindset when we're down there.
I feel like gym rat names are usually not a compliment though. It's like meathead or like
No, but I mean just like when we're
tool.
like what's our like avatar, like persona of
I feel like I have to see you work out first, and then I will have a name for you by next Monday. Stay tuned.
I feel like I want to say grunts.
Wow.
I don't know why. For you. Captain Grunts. Is that mean? Captain Grunts?
Can I ask why?
I don't know. That's
Do I grunt?
I've never worked out with you. Like you're getting yoked down there. I just imagine you like a little bit of a heavy breathing.
Y'all heard it first. Kirby assumes I'm a grunter.
I don't know. I hope not. I hope not.
Sweaty Betty.
Ew.
I get really sweaty. I do get really sweaty. That is one thing that
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, stay tuned. DM Ember on Instagram if you want to know more about this, because this is something she will be rolling out and we're really excited about that.
Yeah. So I've just been updating it as I go. Should be in the next couple weeks.
And if you want to throw some like encouragement my way, because I don't want to not show up. I want to see some toning take place before my 44th birthday when we celebrate that.
Okay. Good to know.
All right, let's go.
That's the goal.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bye.